Hello, amazing people. I greet you all, from wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice from at this time. Okay. And like we promised you, we are here to bring you updates on the ongoing situation in Ibadan. Okay. I'm sure you guys are already aware that our dear Queen Naomi is still under custody, and she, according to the report, she's going to remain there up to January 13th, until the magistrate court gets a directive, legal directive, from the Directorate of, the Department of, I think, Public Prosecution or so, DPP. Okay. So that is the unfortunate situation we have right now. But the thing is, there are fallout and there are situations that are arising from a continued stay in detention, or we want to call it custody. Okay, because videos are there are a lot of videos making the rounds in the social media of how this innocent woman, collapsed the first time she was rushed to the hospital, and I guess that happened a second time, and just having that, and seeing how her immediate family, the uncle, the mother, have been running around trying to, seek help from everywhere, So what we are hearing right now is that those pressure has, taken uh, uh, allegedly taking the Deji of Akure, to see our own dear Kabiyesi, because I'm sure those of you who know the Deji of Akure very well, yes, is a proper father to Queen Naomi. He has always been there for Queen Naomi, according to all the reports, that has been making the rounds in the social media. So we are told that he went to see our dear KBC to consult with him and to know the effort that KBC is making, to ameliorate, you know, the situation with Queen Naomi, like he hit her to promise, that he was going to be there for her, because there was a time where the news was making the rounds out there that KBC himself visited, and made promises, to do his best to bring justice, to the families who have lost their loved ones, and also to bring justice, to Queen Naomi. That was a promise that was out there in the social media. So apparently, I think the Deji, is not seeing enough of those promises coming to fruition. That is why he was compelled to make that trip to see our dear Kabiesi. And from what we are hearing allegedly, the story is that Deji of Akure, was reported to have stormed out of the meeting, and according to the story, in the course of their discussions, when he sought to find out why it appears like KBC is silent or not seem to be doing enough, I think the excuses or the reasons that KBC are due for this apparent lack of proper attention were not satisfactory to the Deji of Akure, according to that report. And that was what we are told instigated his having to storm out of that meeting. Okay, like I said before, Deji of Akure, is like a father to Queen Naomi. And don't forget that Queen Naomi is from Ondo State, all through the time that Queen Naomi was in the palace, and even when the issues, challenges came up, and up to that Akure reunion that happened to the joy of everyone the last time, the Deji has always been there, playing that pivotal role in ensuring that Queen Naomi gets stability and comfort, happiness, and whatever. Okay, and don't forget that he cannot be watching the way Queen Naomi is suffering, because I don't want to overflow what this lady is going through. Is it a mental torture? Is it the physical? Wearing out? Is it just the fact that people are calling her names, brandishing all manners of names, using very, very disgusting and disparaging words, on this woman, just for the fact that she wanted to bring succor and happiness to vulnerable children, And don't forget that this is not the first time she's doing this. She has been doing this over the decades. So, according to this report, you know, Deji was not convinced, like I said before, about KBC's effort. He is feeling that they are not enough. or did not seem to be enough. Okay, so according to the report, they said KBC was saying that look, he's doing his best, and that as the father of the nation, I mean, he has to commiserate with the parents who have lost their kids. And at the same time, he has promised that he will ensure justice both for the victims' families and for Queen Naomi, and that he's doing that. Okay, and that the fact that he's not making us all over the social media does not mean that he's not doing what he has promised to do. Okay, so Deji was said to have stormed out, because of the level of the anger and the frustration he found himself. Okay, because if you look at the pain that has been inflicted on Queen Naomi so far, like I said before, I don't even want to be the one to be describing them, because it will make some of you cry. Okay, just saying that Queen Naomi is somebody who is so meek, so humble, so gentle, who loves kids naturally. She has this proclivity, this propensity to want to help. No one can deny that. For someone who is just trying to help to be in this situation, leaving the comfort of her home, her cozy home, to be in the confines, the custody of the investigators, of the authorities. I mean, that alone is mentally draining, that. So according to the report, Deji was referring to the pain that is being inflicted on this poor woman, this innocent woman, the pain that the parents, her mom, is going through. The other day, she was on a radio, in a program, where she was crying, literally crying her soul out, yearning for people, for Nigerians to come to the aid of her family, to rescue Queen Naomi, because we are told that she's so fragile as a person. Even without being told, just mere looking at her, you know that this is a soft girl. Okay, she's a soft person. She's not known. Hardship and punishment are alien to her and her body. And just seeing how she broke down and she collapsed, not once, not and I think like twice. It is not just because of the fact that it's not because of the fact of any other thing outside the fact that she's overwhelmed with that guilt. She feels guilty that look, okay, even though I was not the one that caused the immediate cause of their deaths, but by virtue of the fact that she's the one that called for this intervention, then she's having that sense of guilt as a human being. Okay, so it is this pain that is really killing her, that is making her to go hungry on several days now, and that is why all Queen Naomi fans, including the mom, the brother, all her siblings, are crying out in different fora, calling for justice, for not just for the families of parents, families of children who have lost, who have died, but also for Queen Naomi, whose only crime was to ameliorate the conditions, of these kids before the devil struck. Okay, so if you look at the trajectory of Queen Naomi, she has spent over a decade of conducting, outreach like this, interventions like this, and they've all gone well. And that is why Deji went on to mention that the fact that look, lawyers are already offering pro bono services. Individuals are making their voices heard and calling for fairness and justice in a trial. So I'm even starting a petition on her behalf. So he is saying that let it not be heard or construed that you failed Queen Naomi at this trying time. This is why the Deji of Akure, according to the report, is so pained. So he went further to say, think about what the world will say. Right now, I want to say, excuse me, the world is already saying a lot. The world is already believing that KBS is not doing enough. Okay? So Deji of Akure is alleged to be saying prove them wrong now. And I want to agree totally with him. If not for anything else, for the sake of the fact that they share a son together, who Kabiesi loves with all his heart, okay? And for the sake of humanity as well, no matter what it is, let it be that Kabiesi is actually doing underground work to ensure that everything ends well. Okay, I want to encourage all Queen Naomi fans at this time to continue their prayers. I want to sincerely thank the Deji Of Akure. That is if all this story about what he has done, his intervention is true. I want to sincerely thank him. Like I said, I don't live in the palace. I'm not related to the Deji Of Akure. It is news that is making the rounds in the social media, and we have decided to, bring it here, to your hearing. Okay, so should you enjoy this story, please kindly go to the comment section and leave your comments. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. I'll be back soon. Bye bye.